talk about masks today. Not this mask, but these masks. I've amassed quite a few, guys. We're gonna talk about that today. Like many others, I have amassed a mask. No, I've amassed quite a few masks to go with different outfits, stuff, just, you know, masks to support favorite artists and bands and whatnot. And I have a lot, so, and I have favorites, which I'm sure you do too. So we're going to talk about my 5 favorite fandom related masks that are in my collection today. So first up, we're going to talk about a mask that I actually made. I've made quite a few. I've gotten gifted some. I've bought some. So yeah, this mask I actually made. And it is fandom related in that I used material that I used from a previous cosplay that I've since retired. So that cosplay was King Ezekiel. He has a shirt that is this material. It's just this blue and this yellow stars, and that's kind of his signature look, especially in the comics. In the show he changes it up, but that's what we see when we first meet King Ezekiel. So I did King Ezekiel for maybe a year or two. Loved the cosplay, but it was just, you know, it was time to retire it. I was not going to do it again or anytime soon. I had multiple outfits of his. I had the one where he wears this shirt, and then I have an armored version. So I still have the armored version, but I retired the version that uses the shirt. And I had previously, like, really, I'd cut the sleeves off this shirt. I had like cut up the back of this shirt to make space for the girls, since it is a man's shirt. It was, you know, meant to lay flat. Even like the biggest size that it came in was still not closing over the girls, so I had to cut up the back a little bit. So like this shirt was definitely already butchered, so I was like, I'm retiring it, let's make a mask out of it. So I made this mask. It does say "and yet I smile" on it, which is King Ezekiel's his logo. I sewed on, it's not the best sew job for sure. I sewed on the little ear slits. I definitely do want to, that's how it looks on. I definitely do want to get some fabric letters to iron on the "and yet I smile," so it'll be more prevalent. This is pretty much just to test how it might look, but yeah, I haven't gotten around to finding small fabric letters, so I have to do that. And then I have a slit in here so that I could put a filter. So that's what that is. Yeah, my King Ezekiel shirt that I cut up and made a mask out of. So this next mask is a mask that I also made. The next few are going to be homemade masks as well. But this one is from a t-shirt that I had that had a huge oil stain on it. I was like, I could make this as a house shirt, or, you know, I could cut it up and make a mask out of it. So that's what I decided to do. So you can see this is the House Stark logo. It's bloody, it's like a bloody wolf. And the full shirt said "The North Remembers," which I loved. But obviously I couldn't, it was in huge letters, so I couldn't get all of that onto the actual mask. So I just decided to cut out the wolf logo. I sewed on, I cut up strips from the shirt, sewed that on just to make it more comfortable for me. I don't really like the masks that have the elastic. Either they're too tight or too loose. So I prefer like masks that have kind of like a material that you can tie to your comfort level. So that's what I did, and this is how it fits. Not too tight, and I like it. It does have a slit at the top for any kind of filters. I have a sewn in filter that's basically material from a what was it? It was a laundry bag that was hypoallergenic, and it said that it was, you know, I forgot exactly what what it said it did, but it said it did stuff. So I decided to cut that up and add it as a filter, as well as I use disposable masks. I'm pointing to a disposable mask over there, but you can't see, but a disposable mask that I use as a filter as well in these homemade masks that I use. So that's this mask. The next mask that I'm going to show is also a Game of Thrones inspired mask, and when I first started making them, they were not as nice as that one or the last two that I showed. I was just like, I didn't know what I was doing. So this is one of my first forays into mask making. You can tell. But I still like it. So it says "Not today," and this is an Arya quote. Oh, well, it's related to Arya Stark. And it has the dagger that she used to kill the Night King. Now, this was also a t-shirt that I bought and didn't really wear. So I decided to cut it up and make it a mask, and just like the sentiment is something I wholly, you know, agree with. Not today, Corona, not today. And that's what it looks like on. It's a full face covered, definitely. And it's also still a nice little comfortable fit, but it's definitely it's definitely a little rougher in terms of the construction. But again, it does have a slit in there for a filter, which a filter is in there. And I don't really, even though I like this one a lot, like I said, the construction leaves a little bit much to the imagination. But it's also, I don't like people reading my face, which they do. So I don't really wear this one a lot, but I do love the idea of the design. My next mask that I'm going to talk about is this one. It's from My Chemical Romance, one of my favorite bands. Can you see any of their oh yeah, the huge poster in the center with the spider? That's a My Chemical Romance poster. One of my favorite bands. So they released this mask. They said initially they had it and was going to release it for Danger Days, but they just never got around to it, and then, you know, they had broken up and all this stuff. So when they got back together, they had lots of leftover Danger Days, and it actually says it on here. Don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but it is a wave desert screening device for stealth filtration and cosmic nurturing. So it was supposed to be for that world that they created in the Danger Days universe, but they never did, but then decided to release these batches of masks because of the pandemic that we're in. And I ordered this for pre-order because the small batch that they had, you know, ready to go sold out within minutes. And this is what it looks like. Has vampire teeth for the Draculoids. I would assume they are kind of these vampire robot kind of things in the world. It is double layered, but you cannot, there's no space to put in a filter, unfortunately. So you can either make a slit and insert it yourself, but because of how, I don't know, how hasty it was made maybe, or I don't know if everybody's reacts the same way, but when I was wearing it, you can see some smudges. I don't know if you can see it really well, but the print started to smudge off, and I had it all over my lips last time that I wore this. So like the ink will transfer. So that's why I wear a disposable mask underneath it anyway. They say, you know, that's the best way to wear these cloth masks with a filter in them anyway. So when I wear this mask, this is exactly how I wear it, to make sure none of that is showing. There you go. Oh, just to make sure none of the ink smudges off on me. That's how I wear that mask. Last but not least is my favorite mask of my collection, and that is my Carol and Daryl ship mask. And here she is in all her glory. So this is a very sturdy mask. I did not make this mask. Obviously I didn't make that. The last mask that I showed was MCR. I ordered that mask. Going back to that mask for a hot second. They released this mask to support their crew members. So I think 100% of the proceeds from this mask will go to their crew members who are out of work. And my chem was going to go on a world tour this year, and that got canceled because of the corona. So their crew is suffering because of that. So if you buy this mask, the desert screening mask, the proceeds will go to their crew members. So about that. This mask, I purchased this from Create Like a Girl. She is a kind of a fandom maker, so she makes a lot of different things. She decided to start making masks during the height of the pandemic, and it's a Carol and Daryl related mask. You have Daryl's crossbow, Carol's knife, and then the Cherokee rose flowers at the bottom. This is my favorite mask, just aesthetically. To wear it is a little thick. It's a little thick, but that's great. You want the material to be as, you know, breathable, but as you know, well woven as possible. That's the whole point of wearing it. The point isn't aesthetics, it's to keep corona out, COVID out. So it's really thick material. It's really well made. The elastics are perfect for me. Not too long, not too tight. So it fits perfectly around my face. I asked her to make sure, I think she makes hers double layered anyway, but I asked her to have a slit in mine so that I could insert my, again, I insert the disposable masks in here to act as a filter, and I just take them out and replace them once a week, or however often I need to do that. So it has a slit in here, and then it also has a wire for the nose guard, so you see it keeps its shape. So again, her name is Create Like a Girl, and she does basically whatever you want. So I think the version that I saw was a completely different material, and it only had like the Cherokee roses on it. I think another version I saw had these two. So I just asked her to combine all these three. So it's highly customizable. Doesn't have to be Walking Dead related. It could be whatever fandom you want. I know she has Game of Thrones stuff, other just music related stuff, so you can contact her. see what she can do for you. It was, I think, $15, $10 or $15. I'll double check. So it was really affordable. And I love this mask, and it's my favorite. It's my favorite to wear. And I try not to wear this one as much because I don't want to ruin it. But I do love it. It reminds me of my favorite ship. But yeah, guys, make sure you're wearing your masks. It is very important. It is so easy to do. It's so mind-numbingly simple to do, and yet people are opposed to it for some reason. But it's really simple to do, and it protects so many people, and we can get out of this pandemic so easily if people just do this simple precaution. But yeah, wear your mask, and I would love to see, love to hear about what your favorite mask is in your collection. So you can leave that as a comment down below. I'd love to hear about them. Do you have any Carol and Daryl related masks in your collection, or your favorite ship? Yeah, let me know down below, and I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye.